Hey y'all, today I'm going to do a tutorial for the Minnie Mouse Mini Album, and I'm going to show you how to do the pages, the waterfall, and the pocket and flap back here. So let's get started. We're going to start with the pages, and I'm going to show you how I done it before I punched it out. So I'm going to give you the original measurements, and then you can choose to punch it out or not punch it out. That's your choice. So I'm going to give you the measurements. Okay, to start with, you're going to take an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. Okay, you're going to cut it 8 by 6, which will give you this. Okay, and this bottom piece here, don't throw this away. You're going to have an 8 by 6, and you'll have this section here we're going to make a pocket out of later. You can throw this piece here away. But you'll take your 8 by 6, set it to the side, and you'll take another 8.5 by 11. Then you're going to cut it 8 by 7. So that'll give you this. Don't throw this piece here away. You can throw this little one away. Okay, and what you're going to do next is you're going to take it on the 7-inch side. You're going to score it a half, rotate it, score it a half again. Okay, and that's on your 7-inch side, half and half. Alright, take and fold it in, fold your flaps down, and you're going to take and put score tape or glue, whatever you have. Then you're going to take your top piece here, line it up, place it on. Okay, that's going to give you your pocket. Maybe I should glue this. Make sure that you burnish down your edges. And I like to use art glitter glue. And I get my art glitter glue from Country Craft Creations. And I'll leave a link to her store below. Make sure you get it before the winter time, because in the winter time it doesn't ship. Okay, so this is going to give you your pocket. This is the starting of your page. This side here is what you're going to attach to your hinge system. And the hinge system I use is the Hidden Hinge by Kathy Order. I'm not going to show you how to do all that. But you can look her up, or there's plenty of tutorials on hinges. But that's just the one that I use. Like I said, you're going to take this side is what you're going to put your hinge. Alright, next you're going to take a 12 by 12. You're going to score it at a half, score it 7.5, rotate it, score it at 6. Okay, it's your 12 by 12. Score it at a half, 7.5, rotate it, score it at 6. Okay, so next what you're going to do is you're going to take that 12 by 12, you're going to cut this little piece here off. Where you scored it on your 1/2 inch, you're going to cut the top piece off. And then here to the side where you rotated it and scored at 6, you're going to cut here. So this is what that'll look like. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take these two flaps, and you're going to flip this over, fold your flaps in just like this. Okay, you flip it back over, fold this down. Okay, that's going to give you your flaps. See, this will give you your flap here, and then your flip up. So this will give you your flap up. Okay, so then you're going to take this little piece here that's going to apply to your page here, and you can put glue here or score tape. You're going to take it and place it on the inside of the pocket. If I can get it in there. Okay, and don't go over your score line. Well, it's not wanting to go in for me. And if that happens, you would just take it, knot your corners. go right in. Like I said, do not go over the score line. Okay, press it down. That gives you a flap in the beginning of your pocket page. Okay, so now what you're going to do, the piece that I told you earlier not to throw away, the piece that come off of the 7x8, this is the smaller piece that was on the 7x8 piece. Okay, you're going to take it, you're going to cut it down to 4. So that's going to make it 8.5 by 4. Oh, that was the whole, this whole piece is 8.5 by 4. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to cut it down and make it a 4 by 6. Okay, so this is a 4 by 6. You're going to take it on your 4-inch side, score it at 1/2. So you're going to fold that down, burnish it. You're going to take your pocket here, open up your flap. Okay, you're going to put score tape or glue on your little flat piece. Place it on the top part of your inside flap. Be careful not to go over the score line, I just did. Okay, so you'll burnish it down really good. That gives you your top inside flap. Okay, now we're going to do the pocket here. And for the pocket, you're going to take the 8x5 piece that you had earlier from the 6x8. That's going to be an 8x5. What you're going to do is you're going to score it at 1/2, rotate it, score it at 1/2, rotate it again, score it at 1/2. Okay, now you're going to take and cut these little pieces here off. That's going to make your pocket. So you just fold them on your 1/2-inch score marks. Okay. Add your glue or score tape. And then you're going to take this pocket to the bottom of your flap, the inside bottom of your flap, line it up on the bottom and the side here. That's going to give you your pocket. So now you have a pocket and a flap. This on the inside of your flap. So far, this is what you have. You have open flap, open. Okay. Then you have flip up, flip up, flip over, and your pocket. And I'm not going to give you the measurements for the tags or the photo mats. You can, you know, do those whatever size you like. So next, we're going to flip it over. Okay, you'll close this up. And on the inside here, you have this flap, which is here. This is what you have now. Okay, so now we're going to flip it over. We're going to make this pocket. Okay, so for this, what you want to do is you're going to take an 8.5 by 11. You're going to cut an 8x8. Okay, and don't throw this bottom piece away. So for your 8x8, you're going to take it, you're going to score it a 1/2, score it 5. And it doesn't matter because it's 8x8. So you score it a 1/2, score it 5. Okay, so then what you're going to do, you're going to fold down that flap, burnish it down. Okay, so now your flap is going to be on the bottom part here. Okay, and then you're going to take this little part here, you're going to flip it up. Okay, burnish it down. So now this is what you have. And when you do this, like I said, I've done my border punch here. But when you do this, if you decide to put, glue this down to make it a pocket, make sure you put your pattern paper on first before you glue this down, because it doesn't have any little extra flaps. So you're going to take, I'm out of tape. So you're going to take your glue and a small bit of glue down the sides, on both sides. And you're going to close that up. Okay, that's going to give you your pocket. Like I said, make sure that you put your decorative paper down first before you glue these on. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to flip it over. And you're going to put score tape or glue on this side. And you're going to take your pocket. Make sure that you have the larger flap. It's going this way. Okay, and you're going to take it and line it up. Press it down. Okay, that's going to give you this flap. This flap here. And so you have your pocket. Okay, now we need to make the smaller pocket here. So for that smaller pocket, you're going to take an 8x3, you're going to score it at a half. Okay, 8x3, score it a half on the 3-inch side. Okay, take your pocket, line it up. Going to give you a flap. Okay, and the same thing here. Make sure you put your pattern paper on now before you glue this down. Okay, so you're going to take a small amount of glue, run it on the sides. Sorry, I'm out of frame. Take your glue and run it on the sides here. Fold it up. Furnish it down. Okay. So now this is what you have. You have your flap, your pocket, and your inside pocket. Okay? And that's how you make the pages. So you have your flap here and here. Flip up, out, flip out, your pocket, your pocket. And if you want to, you can use magnets. I just didn't use magnets. Okay, and then you're going to open it up, flap here, and you see you have, large spaces for photos. Okay. And you flip it over, flap, pocket, and pocket. Okay, and I made 4 of those. I made 4 pockets. You can make, 6, 8, 10, whatever you want. And for the insert here, what you do, you take another 8.5 by 11, and you're going to make it 7 3/4 by 11. So this is what it'll look like. So you just cut it and make it 7 3/4 by 11. Throw this piece away. Alright, then you're going to take it and you're going to score it at 5.5. Your 11-inch side, you're going to score at 5.5. Fold it down, burnish it, and on mine I rounded the corners on all 4 sides, but that's your inside photo mat. Okay, And now for the back side here, for this flap and this pocket, what you're going to need, you're going to take an 8.5 by 11. Okay. You're going to take it, and what I did was I put it in my cutter, and I cut it at 7.5. Okay, so that's going to give you 7.5 by 6. And then the bottom piece here, like I tell you on the other ones, don't throw the bottom piece away. So you're going to take this piece and you're going to make it 7 by 3.5. Okay, you can throw these extra pieces away, or you can put them in your scrap pile, whatever. So you're going to have a 7.5 by 6 and a 7 by 3.5. Okay, you're going to take your 7.5 by 6 and you're going to score it. I forgot to score it on the 1/2 inch. Score to 1/2 inch. Okay. So this is your 7.5 inch side. You're going to score it at 1/2. And I done the decorative punch on mine. So you're going to take it and put it in your album. At the back part here, the back of your album, just glue it down. That'll give you this. This is the flap. You'll glue this 1/2 inch side in your album. Okay, so for the pocket here, you're going to take your 7 by 3.5. You're going to score it at 1/2, rotate it, score it at 1/2, rotate it, score it at 1/2. Okay, then you're going to take, notch out your little pieces here on the bottom. Fold your score lines. Okay, and that's going to make your pocket. And you're going to take it in your album and you're going to glue it down. And I've done my punch. That gives you your pocket. Okay, so that's all for the back. You have the flap and a pocket. So for the front part here, what you're going to need, you're going to take an 8.5 by 11. And for this, you're going to cut it, and this will give you two pieces that will be 6.5 by 4 3/4. You can throw these away or put them in your little pile. Okay, so you'll have 6.5, 4 3/4, and like I said, that'll give you two of them on one sheet of 8.5 by 11. All right, you're going to take it, you're going to score it at the 1/2 inch. On your 6.5 inch side, you're going to score it at 1/2. And you're going to need 4 of these. I only done 2. But you're going to need 4 of these that are 4 3/4 by 6.5. Okay. You're going to fold on your score line. And I put mine right here toward the edge. Put your pattern paper down first. Then you'll glue this in your book. And I rounded my corners. This will give you your flap. Like I said, you'll need 4 of these. And on mine, I just done this little piece here that I actually cut off of here. And that one measures, let me see here, 1.5 by 4 3/4. You're going to score it 1/2 and tuck that underneath your design, your pattern paper here, and that gives you this little flap. Okay, I hope this tutorial helped. I apologize for any mistakes or anything that you don't understand. Just leave me a comment and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and have a good day. Bye.